Okay. I forgot how baggy this shirt is. Honestly, I think my plan for like now until like May, because you probably noticed I'm not wearing the flannel anymore. Honestly, it's getting a little too warm for the flannel. So for now, I think I'll just still wear long sleeves like what you see here. I'll probably transition to short sleeves in May when I know it's going to be consistently warmer. So I got time. Plus, I like wearing these shirts. I like this orange shirt, I do. Maybe because, like, my name is Nick and Nickelodeon grew big in the 90s. Seriously, like, who didn't grow up in the 90s, see the color orange, and really think, Nickelodeon? That's a Gabriel Iglesias joke if anyone knows what that is. So let's get my low and my high back of kindness. I guess my low is the fact that while I did get to spend time with family, which was my high, it wasn't for very long because my mom was working and my dad had like a meeting that went like really, really late. So he did eventually like get dinner. I mean, thankfully he actually ordered dinner ahead of time before the meeting started. So all he had to do was just pick it up and come right home. We got Emilio's. They both got cheese calzones, but I got a fully dressed Philly cheesesteak. I mean, I wish we kind of had more too, but you know, I guess it was enough. Actually, if anyone ever goes to Emilio's in Corning, like they actually changed how they make their calzones. It used to be like it was like one really big thing that they divided into like four. But now it kind of looks like a cross between like a dumpling, a Danish, and I guess a bit of a cream puff. Only instead of cream is cheese. I mean, it sounds awesome. Plus, I mean, they still give you the marinara dipping sauce. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I always thought like a better version of a dinner would be the sub as opposed to the calzones. But the calzones at Emilio's are good. I mean, look, it's Emilio's. Everything they have is good. Like, it's the best pizza place in my entire area. In Corning, Elmira, everywhere. Emilio's, it is the best. Although, Atlas and Vincenzo's are close seconds, for sure. And I'll put them as a tie. Why not? Actually, no, I shouldn't just say that. I mean, it really should depend on my mood. Like, I live in Elmira, and Vincenzo's is like right up the street from me. I've walked there before. And walked back. That's how close I live to it. So, I mean, it does depend on my mood, but consistently I would tell you Emilio's is the best. How about that? So, my act of kindness was, believe it or not, my mom had like a huge pile of dishes that she washed from a Sunday because we celebrated my brother's birthday. And the dishwasher was finished, everything was clean, so I put everything away. There was a lot of dishes we had. Seriously, straight up, we technically have like no clean, sharp, meat-related knives for cutting pork chops. Oh, well, I guess I could at least tell you that we had pork chops, but it isn't the pork chop that's the mom food in question. It's what was on the pork chop that's the mom food. That might make you curious. Don't worry. That's something I'm going to be doing one day. Not now. Let's see. Yeah, that's really about it. So good morning and happy Tuesday, everyone. Actually, normally I would have won like Tuesday blues, but my pants are blue. So yeah. Actually, I'm legit wearing Syracuse colors right now. Or Gettysburg College colors, which I am an alumni of. Although Syracuse is also relevant because not only is it one of the major colleges in my state, but my parents both got their masters from there. So that's really cool. I'm actually kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit sad. Because by all accounts, this should be the 12 Hot Ones guest, not only of this season, but of this whole year. And there's usually 12 guests per season. Meaning, the season finale could very well be this week. I mean, sometimes they have 11. Sometimes they have like 13. So 12, I would say, is a safe bet that's when the season's going to end. And what's always weird too is sometimes you don't know if the season's going to end even when you think it does. Because whenever Sean introduced said guest for that episode, like if the season was about to end, he would say, and to close out season so-and-so, we have, this guest. But sometimes he doesn't do that, even when the season's over. So, it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Honestly, I've known that fact for a while. I just didn't share it until now because it didn't occur to me to do that. But now it did. So, we're cool. So without further ado, how about we take a look at not only the 12 Hot Ones guests of this calendar year, not only the 12 Hot Ones guests of season 20, but, if I'm correct, this should also be the final Hot Ones guest of season 20. Well, nothing left to do but the waiting is interminable. Okay, I can see out of the corner of my eye, but I can't see who it is. Okay. And no matter what happens, we are all still Hot Ones fans here. I'm still a Hot Ones fan. Not that it was ever going to matter, but, I thought I wanted to do it. Like, anyone see the movie Holes? Where Henry Winkler's character is like, no matter what is in this box, we are still fans. I want to do that sometime, Okay. Without further ado, quite possibly the final Hot Ones guest of season 20 is Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh, dude. Hold on. Let me look at the info a little bit. Yep. They confirmed it. This is the season finale. Dude. My man. Jake Gyllenhaal. Okay, you know what? Obviously I know who Jake Gyllenhaal is, duh. But I'm sure you probably want to know, where my experience is with any of his work. Well, actually, right, that was the movie. Because there was one movie that came out a few years ago, I forget what his name was, it was a Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler was really good, by the way. But, I think I should probably talk about I'm sure I've probably seen. Actually, I can put this down now. There we go. Okay, so I'm sure if I really thought about it, I'd probably seen Jake Gyllenhaal before. The first time I legit ever really noticed him. But the first time I ever noticed him was when I was in 8th grade. And for some reason, in math class, of all things, I have no idea why. Maybe the teacher just sort of ran out of a lesson plan or something. But we watched the movie October Sky. Which honestly should be a movie I should do someday. I mean, it's been a really long time since I've seen it. And personally, if I'm going to do movies, I would have rather, with something like The Hangover, I know, when I did the Hangover trilogy, to be perfectly honest, I had only seen 3 once, and that was when I saw it in the theater. Meanwhile, the original Hangover, I couldn't tell you how long it's been. But those three movies have such vivid memories for me that, it was easy for me to do that movies. One in October Sky, I would rather find an opportunity to watch it all the way through and then do a movies on it. I do remember October Sky being a very good movie. It's actually a true story. Let's see, what are the movies he was in? I mentioned Nightcrawler. Actually, I remember Nightcrawler getting a whole lot of hype, and I loved it. And I brought my mom and dad with me. My dad, he's usually different. My mom did not like Nightcrawler. Did I just refer to my mom as a he? Well, I'm gonna make that mistake if I make that now before it's a worst time like Mother's Day. Actually, that should be the major holiday. That's the next major holiday coming up, and it's actually not that far away either. Just over a month from now. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I have thought about getting my mom gifts already, but one gift requires that I get it right before, because, spoiler alert, I'm going to be getting her some roses. I usually always get her roses. And, I'm probably going to get some candy too. I should definitely get her some candy. Candy's a good bet. And then there's going to be an event. It's a Homestead Bill. What is it called? Homestead something. I'm gonna be so upset if I get this wrong. I'm sorry. I gotta look this up. Basically, there's going to be an event where a whole bunch of vendors, pretty much all small women's-owned businesses, are going to be having an event. Hold on. Homestead Blessings. That's what it was. Okay. Homestead Bless. I knew it began with letter B. So yeah, there's going to be a pop-up where a whole bunch of vendors are going to be doing Mother's Day stuff. So I mean, I got plenty. Come on, Mother's Day's over a month away. I got time to think that over. Right, I was talking about Jake Gyllenhaal, wasn't I? Spider-Man Far From Home, who was Mysterio, the bad guy. Okay. He was really good in that movie. Yeah. Those are the major, things I've seen Jake Gyllenhaal in. I like Jake Gyllenhaal as an actor. I really do. He's a really good actor. Honestly, it's a little too early to say this because, the episode hasn't even aired yet. For all we know, it could somehow wind up being the worst I can't really say it's the... Hor Ones doesn't really have any bad episodes. They have some inconsistencies in the episodes, as the last couple weeks have shown. Seriously, if you're going to ask what a Mount Rushmore is, let them finish Mount Rushmore before you cut to the next wing, please. You've done that 2 weeks in a row. Oh my God, what if they do that what if one of the questions that Sean asks happens to be about a Mount Rushmore or something, and for the third week in a row, they cut it and move on to the next week before Jay Gyllenhaal finishes the fourth of whatever, and they're doing that just to troll me. I mean, if they're doing that to mess with me, I totally, I'm okay with that. Come on, guys, I can laugh at myself. You kidding me? Listen, I'm already depressed enough as it is. If you don't learn to laugh at yourself every once in a while, you will never have any idea of what love and happiness are. I mean, admittedly, I don't really know what love and happiness are myself, but I'm on my way to doing that. Because at the very least, I know how to laugh at myself. I know how to surround myself with very good people. You know who you are. And someday I'll find a girlfriend. That would probably be where the love part comes in. Oh, boy. So, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal and Hot Ones. I got no complaints here. That's a great guest to have for a final episode of the season. Man, 20 seasons. You guys legit, they made it to 20 seasons. I mean, I probably could have done a better job of expressing how awesome that is. But, I mean, let's be honest. Hot Ones has like millions of fans. Like, they're doing enough celebrating for me. Honestly, what I'm doing, like talking about them on my videos, like, that's more than what most people are doing. So, I'm okay with that. So, to the good folks over at First We Feast and Hot Ones, cannot wait to see how this episode goes for the final episode of season 20. It's going to be awesome. And, yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal. Nice pick. Like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button, follow me on the social media platforms, turn on notifications on YouTube. As always, I am extremely humbled that I made this video for all you guys watching and enjoying for today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend it in. I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.